Alright, it's time for another planted tank newbie series, part 3. I'm going to show you guys what's been going on lately. So, as you guys know, I had to move back to my parents' house. And during that move, I had a couple of my plants die off, which really sucked, but most of them were the wisteria plants, and as you can see, I'm still drowning in wisteria. Hey, Adrian. So it's not that big of a deal. This is after about 25% afro right there in front of you, 25% water change. And the water's cleared up since my last updates. I've only been here about 3 days, so yeah. One of the biggest changes I've made is I bought Easy Green. I think this was back in the beginning of March. And yeah, I've been fertilizing. I haven't bought any root tabs. Most of the plants that I have besides this one, which is Amazon compacta. I have Crypt Wenditi right here. Anubias Nana. I got a Pondegeton. I have 3 of those. And I have duckweed. So most of those plants that I have are water column feeders, so I didn't buy any root tabs. Eventually I will, but for now, this is what I got. And it's working great. I mean, it hasn't been more than, well, it's been a month. And yeah, I'm noticing a lot of good growth, especially on my crypt down here. The smaller one, where is that at? Right here. That guy was about the size of the top of my pinky, and now he's really starting to grow. There's no CO2 in here. Like I said, I don't have any root tabs, anything fancy. It's very low tech. Cheap little clip-on LED lights that came with the tank, and it's doing well. I'm happy for it. And this one really took off too. This is Bronze Crypt. This was one of the plants I got from LR Brett's. This thing, when I first got it, I want to say it was probably like 3 inches. And you can see the new growth on the inside of the plant. It's really nice. I enjoy it. It's one of my favorites. I really want to see it take over the whole foreground, but that takes a lot of time. So I'm going to try to be patient and not look at it all the time, but I can't help it. It's so beautiful. I did want to talk about my Anubias Nana. Now apparently, oh, that's not bubbling. That's not good. There we go. Apparently, it's been dying off. The betta in here, which is one of my giants. I'm going to try to hold the camera still as I can. She came down with ick, so I had to treat her with a lot of different things. She looks better now. After I treat for ick and I no longer see it, I still try to treat it again for about a week. And due to the salt, all the medicines and everything, it pretty much killed this Anubias. That was the original Anubias in here. This one I added about a week ago before I moved. And it didn't get any of the effects of the medication, so that's what it's supposed to look like. I do have hope that this is going to grow back, because I already see a little bit of new growth in there. Anubias Nana is a very slow growing plant. It likes to be tied to something rather than inside the substrate of something. So, which is why I picked out this large gravel. Also have it in here. See these large pebbles? It's not that fine gravel like this. And that Anubias that's floating in that tank actually used to be in here. And what I do is I just tuck the root, like these right here, the roots down into that gravel, and I don't bury the rhizome, and the plant does pretty well. Like I said, the only reason this one died is because of the medications that I used to treat the betta. So as far as the Crypt Wendetti, I want to see, the way I pronounce it would be Wendetti, but you know. Anyway, with this plant, it came with like 4 different plants on it. Like, no, actually more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it came really bad. Like, this and that was all that I saw. Now I see leaves here, here, and here. It's pretty cool. And it's a very slow growing plant again, but it's doing pretty well here. Okay, I did want to talk a little bit about Apondageton, which is a bulb plant, just like this. This is what it comes like. There we go. And what you would do is plant the bottom part where the rhizome starts. Just shove it on in there, and it starts to grow like that. A better example is this Apondageton, which is extremely long. And there you go. It's not planted or anything. I just shoved it into the back of my skull decoration here. And I can just shove that back in there. And of course it's going to do that. But anyway, this is another plant that does very well with water that has salt in it. As you guys know, I use aquarium salt in all the tanks, so sometimes there's plants that just can't handle the salinity of just half a teaspoon of aquarium salt. And another plant I have is a guppy grass. I don't think it does so well with the aquarium salt. I've had a lot of it die back on me. So, yeah. I really need to order some more. I got that from LR Brett's too, which is a good like 4 ounces of it, probably more than that. And I don't want to say it spread or anything, but it's growing pretty well. It's another slow grower. On this light that the 2.5s are on, it's just a simple, cheap Aqua Neat light. Right here, you can see that, Aqua Neat. And it has 2 settings, which is pretty cool. It has this setting, and then everything turns blue. And before I end this series, I wanted to talk a little bit about Hydrophilia compacta, which is this lovely plant right there. And the way to propagate it is, you see this little growth right here? Right, focus on that. That's about as good as I can get. I pluck it off, like pinch it off, and then I shove it in the substrate and it starts to grow. Let me see, this is the newest one here. And that's how you propagate this plant. It's a really nice plant. You could leave it like this, like short like that. All you have to do is just keep plucking the side of the leaves. Or you can make it look like a palm tree like this. And that little white speck right there, those are snail eggs. And I also have this lovely long finger-like plant right there. That's Hydrophilia augustifolia. And to propagate that plant, I pinched off the top right there. And this is what it is right here. All that lovely fuzzy brown stuff, that's blackbeard algae. And I'm treating it with hydrogen peroxide. It's better than it was before, but as you can see, it could use a trim. So anyways, guys, that's the end of this series. I'll do another update probably in a month and a half. Maybe a little bit later than that. I apologize, but yeah, I gotta find a new place to live and all that. So yeah, I'll be busy doing that. Not a lot I want to add to that, really. I'm stuck in a one bedroom with 4 other people, so I try to do as much updates as I can. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.